Welcome to the video. So in this video, we are going to scrape job postings from LinkedIn and Indeed. So let's get started. So in this video, let me show you an overview of how our workflow will work. So here I am just click on this execute button. I'll select a drop down, select LinkedIn. I will post a job title like Python developer I wanted, and the location say New York, and the number of job postings are 50, and I will submit this. And after that, here you can see my AI agent will go to the Apify and will scrape and store this data to an Google Sheet. So here you can see it's scraped the job postings from LinkedIn. So the same way we can scrape the job postings from Indeed also. So the same form we will open, and this time we will choose Indeed. Job title, let's say Java developer, and then the location say again New York, and again number of jobs 50, and then hit submit button. And here you can see it's again running, and it will again fetch and store those 50 records into the Google Sheets. Here you can see I have scraped the data and stored in the Google Sheet. So in this tutorial we are going to see how I have um, managed to get the data from the Apify. So let's start with the project. So let's change the name of this project to an AI job agent, then save. Let's start with the n8n form. So now click over here. So here you need to check like production URL, test URL is there. So this is the form title that you need to fill. So this is the job title. So I'm putting AI job agent as a job form title. Then we need to add an elements on the form, right? So like I show in overview, there are 4 fields that I have used. So I'm going to put the field name. That is the first. I need to use the drop down. So I will need to use the drop down from this element, and yeah, I need to give the options for the drop down. So just like LinkedIn and the Indeed. So now we have created an drop down for the form, and we will require this field. So I have ticked this. Then we need another elements like job title. Element type will be text, and here again I'm going to put for the second element, that is location. Again element type is text, and third is the number of jobs that you want to scrape. So I have put all these 3 data and one drop down, that is a total 4 things on the form. And here I just changed the element type to number, again hit back. So now my form is ready. So next thing I need is the switch, which will change the workflow direction. I'll choose the path. So here we are working with LinkedIn and Indeed. So in the first routing rules, I need to put the LinkedIn and the value. But for the value on the left hand side, we don't see any value over here. So then Indeed. So now the value is missing. So we need to save and run this once. So we will have the values over here. Right. So I have choose the LinkedIn. Then job title say Java developer. Again the location will be New York, and number of jobs is 50. Now here you can see I have now run that module and I have the data on my left hand side. So from here what I can do is that I can select the source and I will put over here. So I am matching the condition of the routing rules that if user selects the LinkedIn, whatever from the drop down, I need to put that things over here. So I have done that for the Indeed and LinkedIn, right? So now again I will save this, and now I need an HTTP tool over here to call the Apify. So here you need to put the URL for the Apify. So this is an Apify store which hosts the scrapers. So here you can see there are lots of scraper available on this website. So there are LinkedIn scrapers, YouTube video scrapers, downloaders, Instagram, Google Maps scraper. So here I'm going to search for the LinkedIn scraper for our project. So here you can see there are lots of LinkedIn scraper available over here. So these are all written by different people and hosted on this Apify store. So there are lots of LinkedIn scraper available on this website. But here we are going to search for a LinkedIn Valid. This is the good scraper I have found out. So it has good rating and good pricing. So you can use that for your projects. The payment is pricing is pay per usage. So you need an Apify subscription for this. And here you can see there's just an example what is their input for this LinkedIn job scraper actor. Then we'll go to the again all actors and we'll find for the Indeed scraper. So here you can see this is the third one. So it is a good one. So it has a pricing of 1000 jobs for $5, and you can see the input for it. So these are all the values for the countries, then the location, the max rows that you wanted from the scraper. Then there are different parameters are available to get more deep search data from this. We'll click on the console and we'll go to the console. So here you have this actors available and their inputs like country, query, location, maximum rows, and different parameters available in this. So here all the countries are available here. Here you can put the query, and here you can check its JSON. So this is very important JSON that we need while doing our work. And this is the save and continue button. And if we go to the runs, so whatever runs previously we did, we can see over here. So this is the list of the previous runs. So if I click on this, I can see the output that the scraper has given to me. So it has scraped the job postings from the indeed.com. Here you can see all the details for this. Now we will go to the LinkedIn job scraper. So here are different parameters available. These are extra parameters that you can explore as per your needs. This is a JSON, so this is empty, so we need to add some information. Say we'll add a Python developer in job title. Location will be New York, and results say 50. So here is the JSON. You can see limit 50, location New York, and title is the Python developer. Here is the runs. Whatever runs we are starting from third-party tools or from here. Now we'll go to the API endpoints. So these are very important that we need to interact with these tools, actors. So this is the run actor synchronously and get values store record, or below that run actor synchronously and get datasets items. So we can copy these endpoints. There are different endpoints available according to our needs, so we can use that. Now we need to go to the indeed Apify. So here I am going to use this LinkedIn job scraper from Valig, that is the author of this tool, right? So here I need to change the name. It's not necessary to change the name, but for betterment of reading this tool, I am going to change the name. Say, let's say LinkedIn Apify. I need to change the method to post, and then we need to get the URL from this API endpoints. So here you need to choose run actor synchronously and get datasets. You need to copy the endpoints and just put those into this URL over here. Here you can see it's there now. So you don't need to send the body, right? Or we need to send the body over here. For that we need to run this and we'll get the data on our left hand side, and then we need to select the data which we are passing to Apify. Say job title, into the value we'll put the name like title. Another parameter we need to pass the location, so again I'm putting the value and the location name. Another third is the number of jobs. So I am copying these names from this JSON from the Apify, so that is the limit. So each time there will be a different play key for the Apify, so you need to check with the uh, that tool or actor that you are running. So always check the JSON format for their input, and according to put all those details at appropriate locations. Yes, I need to execute this. Now I executed, and here you can see I got the many entries, like 45 entries from the Apify. So here you can see a job title is there, then location is in New York, and 45 records are there. So all these records are present now, and we have all these records now. So another thing that now we need to do is that we need to store this into Google Sheet. So I'm going to select the Google Sheet, and I am going to select append and update row in a sheet. So here you need to set up the Google credentials from over here. So in this video I'm not going to cover how to set up the Google credentials, because this video is for the different thing. But there are lots of videos present on YouTube. You can refer to them to connect this with n8n. But I have set it up my account. So here I need to choose the proper Excel file which I have created in my Google Drive. That is a job post sheet that I have selected. So here you can see that I have already posted the titles in this Excel. So these are all coming from the Apify. So whatever the keys we are getting from the Apify, like ID, URL, and title, and location, company name, and everything, whatever the parameters I need, I have all those put into the Google worksheet over here. You can see. So after that, what I need to do is that I need to go again back and need to select this and choose the sheet. That is my first sheet. And now I'm going to choose automatically here, because I have already know the column names. That's why I'm going to choose map automatically, right? So go back to the canvas from here, and if I click on this, this will go and will store 45 records into the Google Sheet. Let's go and check. So here you can see all the 45 records have been stored into our Google Sheet. Now we are going for our second menu, our second site, that is Indeed. And for that again we need to call the Apify for Indeed. So I need to create an HTTP request. So here again I'm going to get the API endpoint from the Indeed job scraper. So I'm using this job scraper over here. This has a country. We can choose the country. We can pass the query, the location, and maximum job records, radius, remote. There are lots of options available in this actor. So I can use everything from this thing. Here is the JSON. You can see. So now what I need to do is that I need to click on this. I need to check the API endpoints. I will go and will choose the API endpoints, and again I will go and click on this. I need to put in the URL and choose this to the post, and again I need to send the body parameters to this Apify actor. So here I need to save this and execute this again to get the parameters from the form. So need to choose Indeed over here. Again the job title I need to put, let's say this time Python developer. Location will be New York, and job postings that we require is 50. Let's submit. Now it's running. Oh, I got the problem. Okay, we'll rectify what is the problem. Okay, bad parameters. So here you can see we haven't passed any parameters in this. That's why I get a problem. So now let's put the parameters like job title, location, and third is the number of jobs. So these are all values that I have copied from my left hand side from the switch node. Now I have to put the name which need to match with the JSON for this actor. So here is a query is the key. So I need to pass the name over here. That is a query. Another is the MAC location. And maximum rows that we require to return from this. And here I need to pass the country as because it's not taken dynamically, so I will pass this as a static, so you can anytime change the country, whatever the country code you wanted. So in that actor all country codes are available over here. You can choose from this. So I'm going to continue with the US. So let's execute this step and see the results. So here you can see it has written some data, that is Python developer, job description, city, and other details. So now again here I need to save this data into my Google Sheet. Say run this, and this will save this data into the Google Sheet. Here are 50 records are saved. So let's go to Google Sheet and check. Yes, here you can see that is the first thing. And here are all the records that we have just scraped from the Indeed scraper. This is how we scraped all the job posting from these two sites with the help of Apify. So you know the flow right now. So this is a very basic flow that you can use in your projects. Okay, so we will go again. So here is the our n8n form, then switch statement to route the things, then LinkedIn and Apify things and n8n. So let's go on to the first. So this is an n8n form that is designed by this way. You can add and remove element, and you can use this production URL to make it live. This is switch statement. In this you need to map things. Then this is the LinkedIn scraper that we have used in post method, and then the JSON that we are passing to the LinkedIn scraper. This you need to remember. And this is an Apify scraper. Again, here is the API link. These are queries, values, and things. And this is a Google Sheet where we are storing all our data. You need to create the account from over here. So this is how we completed our project. Thanks for watching.